What's going on, Flanksterites? Today we're going to check out the new Hellboy's life-size bust by ECC, Elite Creature Collectibles Cinemaquette. So this is the Ron Perlman version, not that newer version with the Stranger Things dude. This is a huge bust. It's 39.5 inches tall. However, the majority of that's going to be that gigantic base. Like, I feel like you could literally cut that part off and just have that bottom part. I mean, it is a cool base, but it's like the size of half his body. Or it's just like, it's like, good God, it's way too big. A base isn't supposed to be that big. So that's the biggest negative. The second negative is the fact that it doesn't include any of his clothes. I would have liked to cut and sew the material, like have this, but then have like his jacket and whatnot. So, I mean, for example, here's the Blitzway one, which is the best Hellboy statue out there. I love this statue. I wish I could buy it. Now, if I've hypothetically ever did decide to get this bust, I'd want to pair it with this or wait and see if Cinemaquette ECC creates a 1/3 version of Hellboy. But I love this one. I used to own the Sideshow one along with the, his gauntlet. But I sold it. It was outdated. I always wanted a Hellboy bust. Never got one. But as you can see, he does have his jacket on each side. And I would have liked just like a little jacket on each side. I feel like it would have added to it. The right hand of doom, his gun. He's smoking the cigar. Here he is as well. This does have real hair, glass eyes. I mean, it's nearly 40 inches tall. 19.7 wide and deep, so that's the size of the base, really. 150 edition size, so it's quite a low ES. Certificate of Authenticity signed by Guillermo del Toro, who is the director of the movie. Fantastic director. So let's check out some more photos. So his head's slightly off angle, which would work good, like if you put him in a corner that he would be looking at you. The base overall is decent. I don't really get what that is. If someone knows, please comment below. There's no back of the bust, which is a little, old school. Like, a lot of the ECC still does that, but I do prefer my bust to have like a full upper, like the back as well, because I feel like that's, missing detail. Even if you're not going to really see it too often, I still like having it. I mean, the biggest thing missing is the lack of body and the overscaled base. They don't have a close-up of his face. You kind of just have to, like, zoom in. Yeah, so he has nice yellow eyes. ECC always does an amazing job on eyes. Their hair will look fantastic. Nice skin texture. Got some vein work. Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. So it's the second movie. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can get the back of the base. Can we get a photo of that? Zoom in, see if we can see what the heck this is. I'm not sure. I'm sure if I watch the movie, I might recognize it. So this already shows a shipping cost of like basically $300. That's pretty much what they always charge. So basically this is like, when I looked at the cart, it was like $2,200, which isn't bad for a life-size bust. Any new silicone bust that you're going to get from Queen or Infinity is going to be basically $4,500, which is a really hard pill to swallow nowadays, especially with the economy and, pay is not as good as it used to be and bills are higher. So it is nice to have like a $2,000 bust, basically. Now, this is an early, bird version. If you do wait, this will increase to $2,000 after like 2 weeks or something like that. So if you PO it right now, you'll get a discount of like $110. So I think the likeness in the face looks freaking nearly perfect. The body does look good, but like I said, I would have liked a little bit more body. But it is similar to a lot of my, like other ECC ones like these ones. But it is substantially taller due to the ginormous base. I feel like they made the base too big, so it won't match the other ECC quite as well. because of the ginormous base, although I think in a corner it would work good. You know, he is a creature. I don't think Hellboy's considered a horror movie, but he is a creature, so technically this would fit my creature wall. But it definitely could not go down low. This is a top shelf piece due to that ginormous 39 inches. You know, that is humongous for a bust. Yeah, that's literally taller than my Aliens FX Predator bust and Queen Alien bust. So, and it's really all due to that base. I feel like that base is probably like 18, 19 inches. So overall, I do like it. Like I said, if I got it, I'd probably want to pair it with this. Although I would prefer a 1/3 because the bust is so tall. This is like 22 inches. And I would want a 1/3 considering it's 39 inches. Like a 1/3 Hellboy, which would of course cost $3,000. Anything ECC 1/3 is $3,000. But they are the best 1/3s out there. Still to this date, they're my favorite. You know, I think they beat out any other company. Now, the closest is Prime 1, but definitely better than like a J&D. Not quality-wise, but concept-wise, it's just far better. I would love their take on a Hellboy 1/3. They've only shown the other dude, like the fish dude or whatever, the sea dude, I forget his name. They have a bust of him as well. You know, and let's see, I believe it's here, yeah, Abraham Sapien bust. So, I mean, you could pair it with this bust, you know, $2,000. It is waitlisted, actually. $199. You know, and this one also looks good. It's only 29 inches, though, so Hellboy is quite a bit bigger, and of course that's going to be due to the base size. You know, but this one does look good. Yeah, like that base is much more manageable, where the Hellboy one is just a little bit too much, so I feel like they won't pair quite as good because they'll be 10 inches taller, which is a pretty big size difference. This character was okay, like, I don't care for him too much, but this would probably be the best, you know, thing to pair with them. Or you could do the Abraham 1/3, which I think is under the maquettes, actually. I believe that Abraham 1/3 is up for pre-order. Or it isn't. Yeah, I don't think they've done the 1/3, but you could do the 1/3 Abraham with the Hellboy bust. Granted, I always prefer, you know, like the movie accurate version with the bust in 1/3. Yeah. Anyways, folks, what do you guys think of this Hellboy bust? I do like it. I would love to own it. Space is a concern. It's a top shelf only piece, which makes it even more difficult. The size is a little, like, I like the fact it's 40 inches, but I also dislike it because it doesn't match other busts quite as good. You know, just because the ginormous base. Like, this is just too much. They should have removed this or made it a lot smaller, like half the size. Or made this smaller and put the Hellboy logo right there. You know, like get rid of this bottom part and put the Hellboy logo right there. Then it would be way better, actually. So just get rid of this bottom part. Like from right here down, get rid of that. Put the Hellboy logo right here. Or give us a Hellboy logo, like proximity logo. Now, it doesn't even need to be on the base. Just a proximity logo. Similar to like my Vampirella right there. Give us one of those logos and cut this bottom part off. Then you would shave off probably 6 inches, making this like 32 inches or something, 33 inches, which is much better. So I know they're not going to change it, but that's just my opinion. Like if I was, you know, in charge of design, I would have just got rid of this bottom part. It's unnecessary. It makes it not scale good with other busts. So, I mean, I'm going to be passing, of course, like I said, space. It's too tall. You know, and if they got rid of that and made it 32 inches, you could fit it down low. You know, so I would love to own this. I won't deny it. But, you know, there's only a few ways I could get this top shelf. I'd have to lower, I mean, ideally I'd have to go my creature setup. I'd have to lower blade, like the Reaper setup. and either have to sell Red Sonja and Vampirella or my Medusa and Mummy setup and throw Hellboy next to Chucky. I'm like, that's one spot he could go. And then if we ever got the 1/3, I'd want to pair the 1/3 next to him. You know, I could always lower Chucky and do Hellboy bust in 1/3. But they haven't shown a 1/3. And if I wanted to pair it with a 1/4, I'd have to do the 1/4 down low. And that wouldn't look good either. So ultimately, I'll be passing. But what do you guys think of this Hellboy? Do any of you guys plan picking this up? You know, this is an older movie, 2008. So we're 2024 now. So it's quite older, but I still think this is a classic. Like, always a movie I can enjoy. And I do like Hellboy 2 better than Hellboy 1. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below of this bust. Overall, I like it, but it's not perfect. You know, there's better ECC busts out there. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.